Hi guys! The video today is kind of not really a part 2, but it's quite similar to the video that I did called Things Not to Do on London Underground, which I feel like a lot of people quite enjoyed and could agree with. And the video today has a few more of those things, but it also includes a few things that you generally shouldn't do in London. And there's quite a few things that if you can, you probably should avoid. So the first thing is Oxford Circus. Do not just walk slow or stop or start texting when walking on Oxford Circus. If you don't know what Oxford Circus is, it's kind of the biggest shopping street in London. It goes all the way from Tottenham Court Road Station to kind of Marble Arch, and it has all the big retailers like Selfridges, Debenhams, and just a lot of big shops, John Lewis, that kind of thing. So tourists and just everyone goes there all the time to shop. If you've ever been there on a Saturday, you know that it is hell and it is manic as hell. And I've actually been stuck on Oxford Circus before. It was during Christmas 2013 maybe. There was actually so many people in Oxford Circus that you could not walk. Like, you were literally wedged between people and you couldn't walk. It took me about half an hour to get out. It was quite scary. And yeah, Oxford Circus is just generally busy almost all the time. And it is, I think, partly so busy because people don't know how to walk. Because Oxford Circus is kind of 70% tourists, 30% Londoners. And the Londoners just kind of want to leave Oxford Circus ASAP, and the tourists want to stay on there as long as possible. Just walk, and if you don't know where to go, walk to the side, get in the side road, and then get your phone out and check Google Maps. But don't just start walking super slowly on Oxford Circus, because there is literally hundreds of people behind you that you are slowing down. The next one is, when you're on London Underground, try and not kind of have really loud phone conversations or listen to music super loud so that the whole train is listening to your music as well. So the other day I was on an overground train and this girl next to me was on a Skype conversation with someone, and it was so loud, like she was literally shouting. And it didn't take 1 minute until loads of people told her to basically fuck off. So don't do that. If you have to make a phone call on public transport, try and keep it private, try and talk kind of quietly. Obviously you can talk on London Underground, it's just kind of about how loud you're talking, because you don't want the whole train to have to listen to you basically. It's the same with music. It's totally fine to listen to music obviously, but if you have those kind of headphones where when you listen to music the whole train is also listening to what you're listening to, maybe don't listen to it quite as loud, or get noise cancelling headphones. They're quite cool. It's just kind of, you know, being considerate. I think London Overground actually has a little announcement that says be considerate when listening to music or using mobile devices. So another thing people do is they will watch films but with the volume actually up on their phone, so they'll sit there and you can just hear the film. Like once I was on a bus and this guy was like watching this horror film and all you can hear is just screams the whole time, and it's just fucking scary. Like, just get headphones. They're like £1 if you get like really cheapy ones. It's not that hard. The next thing is also kind of a no-brainer. Don't put your bag on the seat. I mean, if the whole carriage is completely empty, then yeah, do it. But you know, if there's other people, just put it between your feet. That's what kind of TfL suggests you doing anyway. And it's just kind of a dick move to put your luggage on the seat, because it's luggage and people should be able to sit there. No-brainer really, but some people, I mean, loads of people still do it. The next one is very specific to London, I think, and super annoying. It doesn't happen all the time anymore because it only really happens in slightly older buses, I think. On London buses, like those ones I'm talking about, not all of them, but there's a few of them that do it. If you hit the stop button, there's kind of this bell ringing sound, like bling, like that. German buses, all the ones I've been on, when you hit stop there isn't really a noise, it's just like a thing that's sent to the bus driver that we're stopping at the next station, so it's quiet. But on London buses you hear like this bell sound, and you hear it every time. And you probably know where this is going, but when you're on a night bus with loads of drunk people, or you're on a bus full of children, oftentimes someone will hit the stop button just hundreds of times and you'll just hear bing, 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 bing. And often the bus drivers are just so used to it, I think they don't even care anymore. But the other passengers have to endure this thing, so please don't hit the stop button loads of times. Like, it is really enough to hit it once. That's fine. Just, yeah, no one needs to hear the bell that many times. The next one is, don't try and bring your bike on the tube. when it's not allowed. That's also for London Overground. I think you can always bring foldable bikes, but non-foldable bikes, there are certain times you can bring it, and the amount of times I was stuck on a train where someone brought a non-foldable bike during a time where you're not allowed, then the driver was like, hey, you have to get your thing off over the announcement system thing, and they just wouldn't come out, and we were just delayed. It's just too many times. So go on TfL and check out what times you can bring your bike, and then bring it on, but don't just try and bring it because it probably won't be allowed. Next one is something that a lot of people actually commented on my other video, it will be linked below by the way, and that is eating hot food on transport, and that is often just, yeah, gross. The other day, on Friday actually, 2 days ago, I was on a bus at 9:30 a.m. and I went on the upper deck, and I kid you not, there was this guy eating a whole fried chicken at 9:30 a.m. on a Friday morning. I don't, how it, like, no. Just, I mean, you can eat on buses and transport in London, it's not forbidden. I think on German buses it's forbidden. You can do it, but you know, it's just kind of being considerate that you're not eating the most smelly food ever, I think. So maybe not a kebab or a fried chicken. Get a bag of crisps or like a sandwich or something cold that won't make the whole carriage smell like your food. That's fine, but yeah, just maybe just try and think of whether or not other people want to smell your food for the duration of the journey. 2 more. This one is just generally all over London. Queue jumping. Don't do it. It's not worth it. In other countries maybe you'll get through with it, but in London they're very serious about their queuing, so it won't work. If you queue jump, someone will call you out and you'll be hated by everyone basically. So just stand in the queue like everyone else and complain about the weather. And the last one is do not try and pay cash on buses because you can't. Just get an Oyster card. This is my best advice to anyone. Get an Oyster card and you can use basically every type of transport in London. Yeah, buses do not take cash. They haven't for a while, but still loads of people get on with a £5 note and then get turned away, and it just delays everyone because then they start arguing and it goes nowhere. So yeah, this is my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I probably forgot loads of things, but hey, there's always space for a part 3, isn't there? So thanks for watching guys. Like, subscribe, you know the deal, blah blah. Goodbye!